Hi, welcome to week 2 here at the Student Success Center, and we will be speaking today on mental wellness. I'm Ms. Renee.
And I'm Dr. Guerra. And we'd like to begin with an activity. You'll find with this video an attachment with directions to the activity that we'll be working with you together, but it's also available for you to use freely at your own leisure. The activity we have is the LIBRE Model, the problem-solving, strength-based problem-solving activity. And we'd like to take the time to walk through it with you, offering you the prompts as if we were with you in this moment. So let's begin. At the very top of the graphic, you see listen and list your challenges that you're experiencing. Let this be a time for you to reflect on how you're addressing all the changes taking place and how you're feeling about everything that's occurring. And we'll give you a couple of seconds to finish that top section.
In the next section, it is asking you to identify your focus. And it's asking you to identify your focus in the form of a question. So as you're processing through the rest of the LIBRE model, it's as if you are responding to your own question. This question can be a particular thing from on the top section, or it can be a combination of something on the top section. At this point, I would ask you to have a very uncensored mindset and really truly process throughout the rest of the activity. So right now, go ahead and fill out your question, that is your identified focus, and we'll continue the rest of the activity.
Nice job. We anticipate that your question might be something like, how am I going to complete this semester online? Something that would be relevant, something that you would feel comfortable investing for the remainder of our activity. So now that you have your question, what I'd like to do is encourage you to move to the brainstorming section. And here what you'll be doing is actually listing all the possible responses to that question. You want it to be a true brainstormed activity, so let there be some that are unrealistic options. I might hire somebody to finish the course for me. I might have to actually create a schedule for those online classes. Let them be both realistic and unrealistic, and allow yourself as many different options, listing them here in the brainstorming section. Once you've completed that, then I would encourage you to begin prioritizing. Some of those were good brainstormed options. They were creative and they show your investment in yourself, but you know you're not going to have someone complete the course for you. So place an X by that. For the items that are realistic, that you do see yourself completing, prioritize 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep those remaining brainstormed options.
All right, thank you. Let's move on to the next side, which is the reality testing side. What you're going to do here is for every brainstorm option that you have remaining that you know you will process or that you would complete, you're going to take that thought and you're going to carry it over and make it a reality by asking yourself, what would it look like if I really did that? So for each item you have left on the brainstorm side, carry that thought process over to the reality test side and ask yourself, what would it look like if I really did that? And you're going to log that down in this section here.
Good job. Up to this point, what we've done is we've worked together in just processing what's on your mind, what you have as a focus, what you might want to do, could do, what realistically you would see yourself doing. Now we're going to move to the very last section, which is really intended to encourage a strength-based place for you. If you were actually going to take steps to accomplishing this particular response to the question that you created, what would be your first step? Write that there, and then follow it by your second step, giving yourself specific steps to completing this task.
In the second section of the encouragement piece, it is all about writing your timeline. Having a great plan is not really going to be great if you don't have a great timeline to match. So for every item that you have listed, item 1, think about what the timeline for that would look like and write that down. The more detail that you include in your timeline, probably the more likely you are to actually commit to doing this. So for each item that you have listed, you're going to say on the timeline side when you are going to do that. So yeah.
Yes. And now there's only one final step that we'd like to offer. And here what we'd like to do is ask you to create either a mantra or a motto, a word of encouragement to your investment in this entire activity. The goal is to give yourself a word or a mantra that would allow you a remembrance. So as you come back and you think, I can do it, that word is going to take you back to this moment of your self-reflection and opportunity to organize your thoughts. So with that mantra in place, we thank you for your investment in self.
Excellent. At this time, I'd like for you to take a deep breath. Whenever we invest in self, sometimes it takes a lot out of us to be able to do that. If you have any questions or any concerns, as always, you could email Dr. Guerra or myself, or you could email the Cohead Undergraduate UTSA email, which is cohead.undergraduate@utsa.edu. It is cohead, COEHD, .undergraduate@utsa.edu.
And as always, take the time to invest in yourself. Your wellness is our wellness. And have a good week.